guys, welcome to DTTV. Today we're going to be looking at making a single stud block using Solidworks. So it's a very basic model. First of all, here I've chosen a part, and then I've come in and I'm looking at selecting a plane. I'm going to go to the navigation tool at the top, where I'm going to choose normal 2 and start off by drawing a box using the rectangle tool. I'm going to use smart dimensions tool. I click on the line and I drag across. In the modify box, I'm then changing it to the correct dimension, and again click, drag and change to the correct direction. I've swapped to the features tool, and now I'm going to give the block some height, so 9.6 here and a green tick. So now we have a basic block. From here I then need to consider the stud on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the top face, and then I'm going to go normal 2. The issue we have here is that if we use the circle tool, there's no way of finding the middle at this stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the flyout and then choose center line, and from the corner to the corner I'm going to draw a center line across there. If I double click, it stops drawing. Now I go back to the circle tool, and now I'm able to select the middle of the line on the orange point. I can now drag out, and now I'm here looking at the radius size. It's 4.8 total, so 2.4. Green tick that, and then go into my features menu, click on extrude, and you'll see that it gives me a preview in the yellow. Obviously that's far too tall, so use the last dimension, so I add in the correct height and green tick. At this stage I've got the essence of the block, but obviously it's hollow on the bottom, so I'm going to use the shell tool. Again, from the 3D tools, click on the bottom face, and then I decide how big I want my shell to be. Into the box up here, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to type my wall thickness. My wall thickness for this section is 1.4. Green tick it. And now you can see that the block is now hollow on the inside. At this stage I'm going to use navigation tools, and I can turn my block as I see fit. I don't want to see this face, I want to see the top, because I'm going to do the Lego logo. With Solidworks we don't have exactly the right font, but it's a sketch. So we sketch on the top of the circle and we click the A button. I'm going to type in Lego here. The default font here is one where it gives me more or less the right sort of font. Until I've clicked the use font, I'm not actually able to modify the size of it. So use document font, uncheck that, and then click the word font. From here I can change my point size, and for our needs we need 4. By clicking, what I'm doing is I'm moving the corner of the Lego. It's not the most precise thing in the world, but it works eventually. So I've clicked the green tick. Now I'm going to make that again into a 3D shape, so clicking on the features tab, pick an extrude boss base, and giving it some height. Now here I've got 1.7, which was the last figure, so I'm going to try 0.4, and I'm going to green tick that. Now when we look at that, that's really high and very high indeed, so I'm going to right click on there, click edit feature, and then I'm going to change the title again. So you can go back in and then change the things that you've done if you need to amend the sizes. So I've gone for 0.1 millimeters. Green tick that, that looks better, I'm happier with that. So I'm going to go to the fillet tool. It's a constant radius is the one I want. So in here I've got 1 millimeter moment, so if I click on here you can see it previews it, and the 1 millimeter is quite a large fillet to have. So for this I'm going to change here, I'm going to go for 0.2. As you can see, the preview looks better. So I've green ticked that, and I've now got my Lego block. You'll notice on the single stud block that the edge is actually very sharp, and they're not filleted at all. Right, we're now going to add some appearances, so I'm going to use the appearance tab. In here, go to appearances. Now it's a high gloss plastic, so that's one of my options. And I'm going to choose a suitable colour, drag and drop it on. Now I've got different options here, and you'll notice as I scroll across this box the different options. I've still got my finger pressed. I'm choosing the whole thing, but you could just do a face or the individual fillet or boss. Basic scenes, going to find one that I like. In the studio scenes, drag and drop it on. There's no difference here, but if you come to render it you'll see that there's a significant difference later on. I'm now going to save the file, and you should do as well. So going to save as or save. I've called this a Lego oneer for the moment. You could call it a single stud providing you can find it, and go from there. Right, thank you very much for watching DTTV.